Greetings and welcome to another show of Harmonics. I'm Gregory Correa, and I'm your host tonight. Tonight we have a very special band. A band where they're veteran rockers who've been playing a long time and still pursue their passion. Tonight I have Johnny Malaho and the Wild Coconuts. Johnny, welcome.
All right, welcome.
Frank, welcome.
What's happening?
What's up, baby? Gene the Dream Pardue, what's up? And also Dave Marino. These guys are truly some of the best rock musicians in the business. But I'm going to start with Johnny. Johnny, how did you get these good musicians?
Well, my previous Johnny Malaho and the Wild Coconuts band kind of fell apart. And Gene had helped me out on a couple of gigs. And so he called me and goes, "Hey, I want to be a coconut." And I said, "Okay, well, let me make some phone calls." And David had come and watched me play a couple times.
Okay.
And then Frank and I got together and had a cotton band reunion.
Okay.
So I gave them both the call, got together on a Saturday. Frank met Dave for the first time that day, and that's how it started.
Wow.
And we had a great rehearsal, so we agreed to do it again, and a year later, here we are.
It's excellent. So you guys have been together a year.
Yeah, just made a year.
And Frank, you joined because you and Johnny used to be in Cotton. So how was that coming back into that kind of groove?
It was really fun. We back in the day we played at the Bohemia, and it was a really great club. But it was great getting back with John because, first of all, John and I grew up together. We lived around the block from each other.
Wow.
John taught me how to play House of the Rising Sun when I was 12.
Excellent.
True story. And but anyway, he's like my big brother, so it's kind of really cool for me. So I'm just the lead player, so I just come in and just play lead all night. It's great for me.
That's awesome.
I love it.
You know, I'm going to go switch over to Dave Marino. David, you are truly a great bass player. You're an alumnus of Cool Blue. David and I used to play together. Tell me what it's like to play with Johnny Malaho and these musicians that you're playing with.
Well, it's a good question. Playing years back with yourself and other musicians, that was a great experience. But then there was a time where I wasn't playing at all. And one day I ran into Johnny Malaho playing with his other band, and I just casually asked him, "If you ever need a bass player, give me a call. I'm available. I'm not doing anything right now." And John said, "Yeah, sure, okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, give me your phone number."
Typical.
I gave him my phone number, and never thought I'd hear from him, but about 2 months later I get a phone call, and John was basically asking me, "What are you doing December?" I forget the date. I said, "Why?" He says, "Well, I was wondering if you want to fill in for the night." I said, "Sure." So I filled in, and it was basically a starting point. Never thought it was going to go anywhere else from there. I just figured I was filling in for the night. But then I guess John liked what he heard, and he asked me if I was interested in maybe hanging around a little bit longer, and I said absolutely, because I've always wanted to play in a band again.
Yes.
You know, that's just my passion, playing
that is your
music.
passion.
So that's pretty much it, how I came to know John and his band.
I'm sure Johnny really likes you as a bass player. I know I did. I'm going to introduce one of the best drummers, I think, in a time period in my life. There was 3 top drummers. The drummers were Leonard Hayes, Marco Correa, my brother, and also Gene Pardue. Gene, you are truly a genius behind the drums, man. Tell me what it's like to play with this guy and the rest of the band, but you are really a great timekeeper. So tell me what it's like playing in this band right now, because I know you played with numerous others.
Yeah, I've been playing a while, and this assembly of musicians here, from the first rehearsal, we clicked very well. We rehearse right, and we play the jobs as we rehearse them, and we all have kind of a camaraderie amongst everybody, because I haven't known Frank very long, but I've known John and David and we used to work together at a place in Hayward, in the same department, and so that's how I got to know him. But it's good. We're having fun. We're coconuts. I happen to like the name too.
Yeah.
The wild coconuts.
The wild coconuts. It kind of has a Louis Prima vibe to it.
Yeah, it does. It does, man. And you know what? The next time you guys do, maybe we'll do this in another year. But when you do come back, bring some coconuts for you, please. Bring some coconut milk. We
should.
can have a little bit of fun that.
Well,
John,
we did bring a coconita.
a coconita. Yes, you
That's what
did.
we
Yes,
call
you
our
did.
girls in the
Yeah,
band,
there
the
you go.
coconita.
I love that. So, John, tell me what is your repertoire? What are you guys actually doing? You told me earlier that you're doing 3 hours.
Yeah, we're doing like classic rock,
Okay.
some R&B, a little bit of country. I showed the band a couple of island songs, and then some originals too.
Okay.
So it's basically we want to be a good band that plays and get people dancing.
Right.
And that's where it's at.
Right.
We even put our own stamp on a lot of the
Yeah,
songs
you
by
do
other
your own
artists. We kind
interpretation.
of do them our own way. Yeah.
Right.
So when you guys are out there and about, you're playing 3 sets, right? I seen a video of you guys where you guys were doing sort of like a Beatle take. You guys had you were in
Yes.
black and white. I
Yes.
love black and white.
Yeah.
Tell me what that was like at Soundwave.
Got a good reason for taking the easy way out, yeah. Said I got a good reason, yeah, for taking the easy way out, yeah. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out, hey.
Oh, it was awesome. I had told the guys, look at early Beatle pictures. I want to try to copy on the video. So I said, we're going to wear white shirts, black ties, black pants. And the look just went over really good. Then we had Vince shoot it in black and white to give it the Ed Sullivan look.
Right.
And that went over really well.
We all remember
Yeah.
that day.
Yes.
I want to go over to Frank, and then I'll come back over to these gentlemen. Frank, what do you use when you're playing? What is your setup?
My setup right now, it changes sometimes depending on the size of the gig, but most of the time my rig is just a Dr. Z amp and a small pedal board with a Zen drive, which I happen to really love. And I got a, typical guitar player. I got a lot of guitars, use a lot of different guitars.
Even when you're playing on the show, you take a couple or 3 or 4?
Every time. Most of the time I usually play Telecasters with humbuckers,
Okay.
and I'll switch off to
That's a nice tone.
a lot of different stuff. Lately I've got a rock and roll relic from Billy Rowe in San Francisco. He makes guitars for like Slash and guys like that.
Big money.
It was big money.
Yes.
But
It's
it's
a good
really
name
nice.
for a band, big money.
It is.
It's
So
fun.
you play that. So when do you tune just standard tuning, or you have ever tuned to D or with these guys or no?
Yeah,
That's
no, I usually play in standard
Okay.
because we cover a lot of ground, and so it's just easier to play in standard. My slide I play in standard as well, and that's pretty much it, really.
Cool. David, what is your setup when you're out there playing? What is your setup, natural setup when you're out there?
Well, actually, I've been experimenting with different amps, and I have several bass guitars that I switch back and forth. Most recently, I purchased a Galen Kruger. It's called a B212
Okay.
compact bass amp, and I've been playing through an Epiphone Les Paul style bass guitar.
Nice guitar.
And
bass.
I go back and forth between that, and I also have a Rickenbacker, an old style Rickenbacker that I experiment with also. But most of the time, I will stick with one bass guitar that seems to work. I don't like to move around too much. Once I find something that works, I usually just stay
Your
with that.
G&L.
Yeah.
And
he
I also,
just-
I recently just purchased a G&L bass guitar, which is really, really nice. And so it's hard because I have 3 or 4 bass guitars, and every time we play, I'm not sure which one I want to play for the night.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
it's really a hard thing to do. But that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, variety's good.
Yeah.
So, Gene Pardue, you're a magnificent timekeeper. We were just Johnny and I were just talking about that. What is your setup? I know you have a variety of ones. What do you set up? What's the most important thing that you like to do, or what do you set up in?
One of the most important things with my drums, if I can fit them in my car, and so I have drums that fit in my Geo.
Okay.
I'm not really too particular about quantity for sure.
Yes.
But I usually try to keep the quantity up.
Okay. So what is your cymbals? What is your cymbals?
They're a mess. They're just mix and match of stuff that I've wound up with. But they sound okay. You know, bashable.
Oh, you're totally a great timekeeper.
That's probably the most expendable part of the drum set is the cymbals. You know, you crack one of those babies.
It's a week of pay or more.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. What kind of sticks you use, Gene?
The biggest ones I can find because they last longer.
So you like mini trees?
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
total economy. You know, got to save these days.
Yeah.
So when you're playing with when Johnny is calling out, do you guys make the set collectively, Johnny? Or are you the one?
I tend to make the set out, and then my beautiful girlfriend Gloria types them all out for me.
That's excellent. That's
She's,
good.
helps me out a lot.
She's a coconita? Or whatever?
Yeah, she's a coconita.
I like that.
And so then I'll bring it to the gig, you know, and then we'll look it over. And sometimes, you know, like Frank was mentioning, sometimes we're watching the crowd and they're dancing or they're not dancing. The next song is going to be even slower. We'll change it real quick, just to keep it going.
Just to keep it going.
But for the most part, I'll tell you what, the blessing's been the songs that we play in this band. We all agreed from the beginning was, if we do a song and it doesn't sound good, we're just going to admit it, chuck it, and find another one because there's plenty of music out there.
Yes, there
A
is.
lot of music.
And no, I don't want anybody to be embarrassed about anything or be uncomfortable about playing a certain song. So
It's
that's
like
kinda,
a code of ethics.
That's kind of
It is.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
a code. So, give me a sample of some of the songs that you do. Just name a couple. I'm
Well,
going to ask you.
I
I'm
will-
going to ask each of them.
Yeah.
What are 2 of the favorites or 3 favorites? What do you like?
Well, a great story is the Beatles song "Day Tripper."
Great song.
I was going to pick that one.
I was checking out the chords one day, and I thought, this whole song is 7 chords. It should be an R&B song. So I changed it, which is, you don't change the Beatles song. People are gonna, they're gonna go, you can't do that. Well, that's a Beatles
another
song. by the way, too. Anyway, so we did that, and I showed the guys how I kind of wanted to do it, and it fell into place. And then Frank brings a Supreme song. And I'm going, really? A Supreme song? And Dave and I look at each other in rehearsal. We go, I don't know about this. But we worked on it, and we all loved the song. And someday we'll be together.
Someday we'll be together.
And Frank
We
sings
beefed
it
it up.
fantastic, and we love the song.
We bluesed it out.
It's on our CD.
See.
That's how much we
See.
loved it.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Give me one more.
Let's see. I just brought a song not too long ago that I've always loved. Well, one thing about this band is we're kind of into singing chick songs. It's kind of
That's where it's all at.
And
that's
so
why we're in this business.
So I brought another chick song to the band. I brought Dionne Warwick's "Walk On By."
Yeah.
That's a great tune
And
too.
I started playing piano again in the band.
okay.
So I'm playing piano on some songs. And we do "Walk On By," and it's awesome singing that song.
It is a great song.
And when Gene tells me that I'm doing a good job, I say, all right, Gene.
That's right. That's right. Frank, give me a couple songs that you like to do.
John picked all mine, but
Pick one then. Just pick one then.
Yeah.
I do like the way we do "Ain't No Sunshine."
That's a great.
sunshine when she's gone.
That's a great
Bill
tune.
Withers. I like
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Johnny
that's a great tune.
plays the keyboard, and he came up with a really good background vocal part that just
Nails it.
fits. Yeah, it just fits really good, and so it kind of filled that void. And,
Well, I like how you guys are doing. You guys are doing interpretation of music. That's the
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
tells you that's
We
that's
definitely
giving
do our
yourselves
own-
that's you're giving yourselves to that song.
we
And
this
they
band
do.
has a chemistry.
You got the
We
timekeeper
really
here.
do. There's no
Yeah,
joke.
right
We-
here, man. I'm
Timekeeper.
telling you.
We really do have a chemistry, and we're very aware of it, and we don't want to mess with it, and so we just kind of keep that chemistry happy.
That is that, and I could feel that here. David, give me a couple tones that you like with Johnny Mahalo.
Well, I have two favorites that I really enjoy playing, and it's probably because of the beat. And it's In Excess, Suicide Blonde
Yeah.
is one.
The great tune.
And the Commodore's Brick House.
Brick House.
Yeah, I tend to lean towards those two a lot. I really enjoy watching the crowd fill the dance floor
Most definitely.
immediately once that song starts, or either of those two songs starts. And I also like Satisfaction, Rolling Stones. We attempt that one also. We
That's
put our
great
own
too.
flavor to that.
That's a great tune.
So
Missing you.
Missing You.
and
is
Missing.
awesome.
we just started doing that one.
that's a
We
great
recently
tune, too.
started doing Missing You, Rolling Stones,
Right.
and
Got to do a Stone.
we
Cat song
definitely
on that.
put our own feel to that
And
song.
that's what I'm
also.
saying. Your interpretation,
Yes.
and that's a beautifulness, like what Johnny was saying earlier. Don't feel bad if he says we're not doing it or you're checking it, because
Right.
there's just thousands and thousands of things to
Yeah,
choose from,
absolutely.
and you could throw your own stuff on it.
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah, you know, Johnny. I mean, Gino, tell me what you like about. What do you play? Well, I mean, are you singing too?
Yes,
Oh,
these guys are willing to put up with me singing some songs.
Howlin' Wolf is in the house.
He sings background too.
Yeah, these guys are willing to put up with it, and I sing
The grassroots.
Grassroots Temptation Eyes, and I don't know,
Explosive.
it's going okay.
Oh, it feels so good it does to be in love again. I'm no longer lonely. Don't need to pretend. Oh, it feels so good it does to be in love again.
I've never really sang in a band ever, and so they've afforded me the chance, and they're not sitting back there going, "Oh, that's terrible." You know,
They're presenting you.
Yeah, they're giving me a chance to, you know,
Yeah.
and the confidence to do it and stuff. So it's wonderful. And one song I like that we do is "Silver, Blue, and Gold" by Bad Company, because it's a real good fit for his voice. And there's a few of them, but I can't think of them right now because these lights are very bright.
But you know, one thing we did say in the beginning, Greg, I said, if you guys have any song that you've always wanted to play, but you've never played in the band, bring it.
Right.
Because if not now, when? Right?
Right.
Right.
We're like all in our 60s, right?
Most definitely.
And but I tell people this. I say, okay. They say, well, how does it feel to be like in your 60s? I go, well, I feel good because I'm back in the 60s again. That's how I put it. you know?
And you know what? Age is just a number. People
It
go,
is.
boy, you
It's just
guys
a
are old.
number.
Old. I'm mature. Darling, please. You know?
We play better.
Yeah,
Yeah, we play
better.
We're a fine
Absolutely.
wine.
You know, exactly. That's where it's at. So, when you guys go on stage, is there a dress code, or you know? Because I know we have a dress code in Blue Voodoo. Do you guys have a
Yes.
dress code?
Yes,
Oui, oui.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll text the guys and say, okay, Friday night, let's go with the black V-neck, the black pants, and maybe a Hawaiian shirt. Then sometimes we'll switch over with we wore the white shirts with the black ties for
I
Halloween.
like that look. Yeah.
We were the Blues Brothers that night, all of us, right? So we did that, and we switch around. We had Frank's wife Cindy made him a coconut shirt,
See?
and so we said, "Hey, we want one of those." So we all got one, right?
Right.
So now I have one that says Johnny Mahalo and the Wild Coconut.
Of course.
So we're gonna wear that, the 3 coconut shirts with the Johnny Mahalo, our next gig.
Oh, that's
Saturday
great.
night.
That's great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you
we're having
do.
fun.
So you
Yes.
just all kind of like every
Yeah.
day you, or not every day, every show you have a different look.
Well, you know what it is,
Possible.
Greg? We want to look like a band when
Right.
we go up there.
Right.
Instead of being how some of these guys look, who are some of the pros that we see, and we look at them and go,
Wow.
Yeah.
"Really, you dress like that?"
Yep.
So, where are you guys playing? Where are you guys? Where are you guys located? Where are you guys moving around to? How is things developing on shows?
It's going pretty good. We got into the Turf Club in Hayward, which is a nice
world famous.
Yes.
Just
world
get
famous
past the
Turf
bar.
Club.
Just
Yes.
get past the bar. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one time you want to pass the bar exam.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Hey-o.
So we got in there out in Brentwood, the Wild Idol. We got in there. So and then we play the Huddle once a month. I've been playing the Huddle for over 20-something years.
Bunch of
And
wineries.
it's comfortable.
You're doing wineries too.
And we go there
Went to?
once a month. In fact, when the band started, I booked that club a year in advance, every month,
Right.
so we could generate the income to pay for the CD and the videos.
Right.
So we've paid for everything by playing music.
That's
Nothing
how
came
we
out
do
of
it,
no one's
yes.
pocket.
That's
you
how it
know?
is.
Right.
We got the Crow's Nest
And
coming
now
up.
we got the Crow's Nest coming up in Santa Cruz. We're
Oh,
playing
that'd
on the
be a nice.
17th.
Now you guys are playing 3-hour sets on that too, or you guys are gonna stay?
That's 3 hours.
Okay,
yeah.
so when you guys are done, you're not gonna drive back home, are you? Gonna stay in Santa Cruz?
well,
it's kind of like a.
that's the plan.
I'm coming home. I have a
Okay.
gig the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm staying. That's where my girlfriend Gloria lives.
So you're gonna stay.
Yeah,
And,
she's the one that helped get us into
Right.
that place. You know.
So tonight is a big event for you guys. I'm gonna
Yes.
let's plug Pat for a second.
Yeah,
You're
Pat
with the
Johnson.
legendary Pat Johnson. I think you guys are gonna have a wonderful time tonight.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, it's going to be very photographic.
I think we've all worked with them before, back
Right.
in the day.
So I'm going to ask Gene one question, and I'm going to follow up with John. What does you see the future in Johnny Mahalo and the Wild Coconuts?
Well,
A continuation?
well, yeah, the way it's kind of been mapped out and stuff, the things we've done with the video and the CD, and we're going to Pat Johnson to get some nice pictures taken. I predict a real nice summer season in
Yeah.
2017. Doing park concerts or whatever,
Yeah.
we're in for an upgrade here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to get an upgrade tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, so I think that you got a wonderful band.
Oh,
And,
it's awesome.
and you could actually feel it and the nice vibe that is coming all through here. I'd like to thank you guys for coming. Frank,
Thank you very
Johnny,
much.
Thank you.
Gene,
Yep.
David, it's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to have you guys. I'd like to have you guys coming back in a year, and we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
usually at the end of the show, we usually look at the audience, or I do, and we only have a very small audience today, but we also have a large audience that we broadcast every day, and you will be seeing this show. So without further ado, I'd like to thank everybody that watches Harmonics. You've made it one of the most successful independent shows in the United States, if not the world. I'd like to thank Johnny Mahalo and the
you.
Wild Coconuts. And as we
Wild
normally do,
Coconuts.
we give a big kiss out to everybody, especially all the ladies. Are you ready,
All right,
gentlemen?
yes.
Here we
We're
go.
ready.
Get ready. Here we go. Mwah. Thank you and good night. God bless you all. Peace and love.
Peace out.
Peace.
Come on, pretty baby, put your little hand in mine. Things are shaking on the dance floor. Everybody's feeling fine. Don't waste another minute, step into the light. Come on and dance with me tonight. Saturday morning, jumped out of bed, put on my best suit. Got in my car, raced like a jet, all the way to you. Knocked on your door with my heart in my hand, to ask you a question, cause I know you're an old-fashioned man. Yeah, yeah. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, cause I need to know. Say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Tough luck, my friend, but the answer is no. Why you got to be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you got to be so rude? I'm gonna marry her anyway. Marry that girl. Marry her anyway. Marry that girl. No matter what you say. Marry that girl. We'll be a family. I believe every word that you said. Now that you're gone, my world is in shreds. Oh, you loved me and left me, took all the things that I needed so bad. I'm standing here wondering, where is the love that I had? Oh yeah. Give me silver, blue and gold, the color of the sky I'm told. My rainbow is overdue, yeah. Don't forsake me, 'cause I love you. Don't forsake me, 'cause I love you. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out, yeah. Said I got a good reason, yeah, for taking the easy way out, yeah. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out, hey, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine